tell me about what you were dealing with before coming to us, and what were your diagnoses?
Yeah, so in 2010, I'd started losing a lot of hair, just like it would fall out in the shower, pretty typical, but it seemed like an excessive amount. Brain fog, drowsiness, real sensitive to cold. So I was luckily diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroid pretty early, I feel. They gave me this pill and they're like, here, this will help get your thyroid back in order and help with the symptoms. It never helped with the symptoms, which was frustrating. And so I've lived with that for the last 10 years, almost 15 now. And then in 2021, I noticed that I had some really, really bad brain fog. I started dropping sentences and words where I'd be in the middle of a conversation and just completely forget what I was trying to say. Mm-hmm. And like a conversation would die with me at that point. Like I would have no idea what was happening. Wow. Still experiencing the hair loss. I had some back pain that was like come and go, but it was all muscular. It was weird. And then right as I started getting looked at for the brain fog, my vision really started to irritate me. I got super sensitive to light. There was times where I couldn't handle having my eyes open for a bit. The continued brain fog seemed to be worsening. I started feeling more and more anxious. So they did a ton of tests. They did MRIs, EEGs. They did an eye test. And in, May of this year, it's 2023, I was diagnosed with MS. And so they're like, here's another pill. Mm-hmm. Which I don't want. I didn't want it.
Right.
So that's how that happened. And then my partner is aware of Dr. Ben and his program. Mm-hmm. So he recommended me, and he's like, look, it's all plant-based, it's all raw food diet. Hook up with Dr. Ben, like see what it is.
Right.
Because the track record that Dr. Ben has and that you've got for your coaching with him,
yes,
and reversing or sending into remission autoimmune diseases, which MS was just phenomenal. And all of this was with raw foods. So got into your program, and I would say within about 6 weeks for me, I stopped having flare-ups with the back pain that I was experiencing. My brain fog completely disappeared. I'm able to carry on full sentences with complete thoughts now. My eyes no longer bother me. And I have so much energy and clarity. Like, it's incredible. Mm-hmm. I know that my MS is not gone, but like I feel like there's hope.
Yes. Wow. I love it.
Yeah.
Should make a plaque out of this one. I feel like there's hope. That's beautiful.
Yes. Yep.
That is awesome. Well, thank you for that. What was the effect of all these symptoms that you were having and the struggles you were having? What was the effect of it on your life?
It was miserable. The back pain alone was debilitating because I'm a nanny, so I've got to pick kids up all day. The conversations that I would try to have with people, especially because I did rideshare for quite a bit of time, I couldn't carry on conversations. My eyes were wretched. I couldn't sit and have a conversation with my partners if there was a light anywhere kind of in the space.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was miserable. It was really miserable. And then on top of all of that, I forgot to mention that, like, right as I was getting diagnosed, I had some, skin pain, like I guess it would be like fibromyalgia, but that flared up, and that was miserable. Like I couldn't wear a bra for 2 weeks because it was all over my back, and it was horrible.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Very familiar with that one.
Yeah.
Fibro. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and then since I've been on this program, it's like my eyes don't bother me. I can talk, and it's amazing.
That is fantastic. So what did you, well, you're still in the program, so I can't say did you.
Right.
I need to get to present. What do you then eat on our program, and how is doing the program, what is that like for you? So what do you eat on it, and what does doing the program like to you? What does it feel like, or what is it like to you?
Yeah, so the program is great. I love that anytime I need help, I can just reach out to you or Dr. Ben or anybody on the team, even those who are taking the program or participating in the program. Like, everybody's got an answer for something.
Right.
You know, everybody's got recipes. And then just, you know, the emotional and mental support that you guys are able to give. But on a daily basis, I eat probably 2 or 3 fruit shakes a day, which are delicious, and then probably about 2 salads. And, I mean, raw fruits and vegetables, there it is. It's amazing. Yep.
Awesome. So the next question is about medications. Like, have you been able to cut down on them or come off of them in the time you've been with us, which is, well, I think it's about 5 or 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think we're actually closer to 8, which is exciting. But I think later this month, I will talk to my doctor about getting off my meds. And see where that goes, especially because, like, I've got blood work that I'm hoping to get done to check my thyroid. Sadly, there's no way to check MS. Like, there's no biomarkers as far as blood tests go for MS. So we'll start with the thyroid.
Okay.
But I'm hoping, gosh, by the end of this year, if not June of next year, to be completely off of all of my meds.
Awesome. Okay. What was the, again, I'm sorry, I keep saying was. What is the best part of doing the program for you at this time? What's the best part of it?
I have 2 best parts.
I love
it. Absolutely, I am so grateful for the support that you guys are able to give, and knowing that I can reach out at any time and just, like, ask a question or describe a struggle that I'm having mentally, emotionally. You guys are there for me. I don't know that I could do this program without that, because it's hard to switch over to a plant-based diet, and it's hard to switch over to raw foods.
Yes.
But it's not impossible, and it's tasty, so it's good. Right? And then just the alleviation of the symptoms that I've had has been phenomenal. Like, I can't describe how nice it is to not have that back pain, or to be able to converse, or be able to look at my partners with light around me. And, like, I'm in a well-lit room right now, and it's fantastic. I can see.
Yeah, that is so awesome. That is wonderful. Anything else on that level before I ask? I don't want to just rush you through.
Oh, no, you're fine. I don't think so. Those are my big wins, my big loves for this program.
Okay. My next question would be, obviously, in this program, we don't just deal with fruits and vegetables. We also do coaching, and we work on emotional support. And how are we doing with that? What kind of emotional support are you receiving from us? And the next question to that would be, how responsive are we to you? By we, I'm talking about Create Health, the staff itself, myself and Dr. Ben.
Yeah.
How responsive are we?
Yeah, you guys are fast to respond. I mean, understanding that you guys are human, and if I ask you a question at 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe it won't answer until 8 o'clock the next day. But I mean, as fast as I've asked questions, you guys have gotten back to me. I think 30 minutes is the longest that I've waited for an answer.
Wow.
And I mean, you know, compared to other coaching programs, because I've done coaching programs for other like avenues of knowledge.
Yes.
Golly, I could wait 6 hours to 2 days sometimes. You know, but for you guys to be as expeditious, and I feel like 30 minutes is a long time for you guys. Like, you guys are usually pretty expeditious. I don't know if you just live on your phone with this program and are always available, but you're fast. You're fast in answering questions and providing support. And it's wonderful.
Awesome. And how has the emotional work been for you?
It's been good. I don't know that I personally have a lot of emotional stuff to work on, but like, I'm a pretty positive person as it is. But like I said, the hardest part for me was switching from, like, I could do plant-based all day long. But for me, that means, like, prior to this program, it means I'm probably going to eat beans. I'm going to eat rice. I'm definitely going to eat rice. Rice is delicious. I will probably saute my vegetables. And now, like, just shifting over from warm cooked food to raw fruits and vegetables, that's where my struggle has been, personally. And you guys have been great. Just like, and I think one of the best things that you've told me, and this, you know, obviously won't apply for everyone, but if I've been struggling with something, you say, go have a cup of tea, have a shake, and then see if that struggle persists. If it does, we'll talk then. And you're not being dismissive or anything at all. You just understand how the human body works, and it's incredible.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, because it's amazing how sometimes it just moves on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But we do, it's also important to address the root, where it's coming from, right?
Yeah.
And do you feel like we're doing a good job on addressing the root of emotional issues, like reasons behind it?
For me, I absolutely do. I like how you're able to dig in to my feeling.
Yes.
Like, I remember a couple weeks ago, I really wanted a steak, but dinner had already been cleared, and there was like a piece of steak or a bone left on the table, and I had to eat a salad because that's what's for dinner. And I was sad. And just you asking the right questions got me to figure out that I felt like I was missing out on something. I felt like I was missing out on the community that I'd experienced of having dinner. And once you acknowledge that, once you realize it, once you put words to it, it's much easier to move by.
Awesome. I have 2 more questions.
Yes.
One of them, I know you probably, and you have, and I think you have answered, but I just want to ask you, like, anyways, do you, as our client, do you feel we hear you? And do you feel that we honor your privacy?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've never doubted us as far as what we do with what you share with us, and as far as confidentiality, do you feel like we honor that?
I do feel like you honor that. And especially just because when we get into personal stuff, like that's personal.
Yes.
And I feel like you guys understand that. And I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. My last question is this. What will be your message for someone who's struggling, either similar things as you have or many other things, whatever it may be, they have heard of us, they've heard of Dr. Ben, they've heard of the program. They're on the fence. They're like really struggling. One day they want to do it, the next day they're thinking, oh my gosh, I just don't want to do it. I don't know, or whatever, all that.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your message for someone who's thinking about it, but they're not sure?
I think my message would be very simply, I am a 10-year Navy veteran. I'm skeptical when it comes to alternative medicine because the only thing I've ever known is the VA doctors or the military doctors. So I've only ever known pills and vaccines. But I think Dr. Ben put it best when he said you can get tickled with a disease, you can get hit in the face with a 2x4 for that disease, or you can get run over with a Mack truck and have to change your lifestyle or die. And I think that if we have the capability to change the trajectory of our autoimmune diseases or anything that we're suffering from, and we have the resource, for example, you and Dr. Ben's program, I don't understand why there's even a question of why we wouldn't. The question is, at that point, why haven't we already?
Yes.
And how do we make it happen?
Right. Awesome.
Like, it's the amount of awesome that you guys are able to accomplish with this program is next to miraculous.
Yeah. Awesome. Fantastic. It's been an absolute joy working with you. You know that. I'm excited. We still have some more time. And you're an awesome person. You work very hard. And it is fantastic to just watch your body responding to the gift you're giving to it. So it's been an absolute pleasure working with you.
It's been a wonder working with you guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And with that, I'm done. And we're done.